The two-part degreasing system generates ready-to-use solution by mixing water with two different ultra-concentrated chemical components. The end result is a highly economical and effective degreaser. Always wear appropriate personal protective equipment when installing this unit. Safety goggles are required. All installations must conform to local plumbing codes and use approved backflow prevention devices where required. Know local plumbing codes before proceeding. The following tools are needed to install the two-part degreasing system and are not included: 9 32nd drill bit, power drill, scissors, hammer, pencil, level, screwdriver. Please note that to use this system, water pressure should be between 30 and 70 psi per manufacturer's instructions. Before starting the installation, lay out the included parts that came with your system. You will also find instructions, wall anchors, and screws. The first step is to find the desired location for the unit. Hold the unit where you want it to go, and using a level, place the unit in the intended position. Using a pencil, mark the 4 pilot holes where you will be drilling. Next, using your pencil marks as a guide, drill holes, each about 1 inch deep. This is where your anchors will go. Hammer all 4 wall anchors into the pilot holes. While holding the unit in place, use a screwdriver to install the top 2 screws, leaving a 1/4 inch to go. Then install bottom screws completely. Now tighten the top 2 screws until they are flush with the wall. Next, it's time to mount the wall rack directly underneath the unit. Be sure to properly install all 6 screws, since it will be holding 50 pounds. Using a level, hold the rack where you want it on the wall. 6 inches off the ground is recommended. The box that the system came in can be used to hold the rack in place while you mark your pilot holes. Once it's in position, mark the pilot holes with a pencil. Next, remove the wall rack from the wall, and using your pencil marks as a guide, drill holes, each about 1 inch deep. This is where your anchors will go. Insert the 6 anchors into the holes you marked with your pencil by hammering them into place. Now position the rack in place and install the screws, making sure they're flush. If you used the box to hold up your rack, remove it now. Now you can store your chemicals on the rack. Part A will go on the left side of the rack and Part B will go on the right side. The chemicals will be clearly labeled. Take the bottom of the hose with the yellow cap and screw it onto Part A. Repeat this step on the right side with Part B, which has a purple cap on its end. Run the hoses up the unit, keeping Part A on the left and Part B on the right to see how long you need your hoses to be. Cut them to the desired length, then connect them by pushing the ends of the tubes over the barbs. It is time to install the discharge tube. The discharge tube is the large diameter tubing. Note that the priming ring is already installed in the discharge tube. This end connects to the dispenser. Before you connect the tubing, slide the tubing clamp over the top of the discharge tube. Do not tighten the clamp at this time. Now push the tubing over the threads of the injector. Position the tubing clamp and tighten with a screwdriver. Cut the tubing to the desired length. Install the wire hose hanger. This will clip to the top of the dispenser. This prevents any drainage onto the floor. Now you can slip the discharge tubing through the wire hose hanger. The next step is to attach the water supply hose to the water inlet and tighten. Your two-part degreasing system is now ready for use. Be sure to wear proper personal protective equipment. Gloves and safety goggles are required. If your chemicals are not attached to your tubing yet, do so first. If this is the first time using the system, it requires a prime. To prime, place the large discharge tube into a bucket. Turn the water on at the source and then turn the dispenser on by turning the knob on the front of the dispenser counterclockwise until solution flows. Prime by generating 5 gallons of ready-to-use product, or until both chemical pickup lines are filled and you see minimal bubbles. Turn off the dispenser and properly dispose of priming solution you just generated. To generate ready-to-use solution, place the discharge tube into a drum, tote, floor machine, or mop bucket. Turn on the dispenser by turning the knob on the front of the dispenser counterclockwise. When you have your desired amount of RTU solution, turn off the dispenser and the water supply. Now you have ready-to-use product generated with ease by your new 2-part degreasing system.